and I'll share my screen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon everyone who's watching or listening. My name is Kenny Bomer, and this is Kenny Bomer Live on Consider This TV. And today we have a special guest, Brother Abu Bakr Sadiq Hussein with the Change for Change Foundation in Ghana. He is very active in his community there in Ghana with the Change for Change Foundation. They do a great number of different things in their community. One of the things that I want to mention initially before we talk to the brother is the fact that a number of months back, my oldest son passed away due to a car accident, and the Change for Change Foundation had a water well built as a form of sadaqat jariyah for my son, for perpetual blessings for the Day of Judgment. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So Change for Change Foundation was responsible, primarily Abu Bakr Sadiq Hussein, who led the construction of that water well and the dedication of that water well on behalf of my son. So this is a great blessing to everyone involved, the people of the village, as well as, of course, my son, for perpetual blessings for the Day of Judgment, for each and every time that water well is used, as well as, of course, the people in the village there that are using it for everyday necessities that we take for granted in locations where water is not scarce, and as well as the people who donated on behalf of this water well. So, alhamdulillah, assalamu alaikum, rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Brother Abu Bakr Sadiq Hussein. How are you today, brother?
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh, my brother. Allah bless you so much. Nice to hear from you.
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing quite well. So tell us a little bit about the Change for Change Foundation and what all that you've got going on there in Ghana. And of course, we're trying to establish the United States branch of the Change for Change Foundation for the purpose of being able to get donations for you guys for there in Ghana, as well as try to help people here in the United States. But let's talk about a little bit about what you have going on there.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Thank you very much, inshallah. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, peace and blessings be on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Inshallah, Change for Change Foundation is a non-governmental organization, not-for-profit organization. It's a charity and humanitarian organization that seeks to help the less privileged in society. We target the orphans and the needy children. We target the aged. We target the neglected Muslim reserves. We target the widows and the elderly and the weak in society. Basically, when it comes to the needy children and the orphans, we look at their educational needs. As we supply them with educational learning materials like books, standards, pens and pencils, and we also help them in their daily meals to provide them with food support. And inshallah, based on the needy in the society, inshallah, during Ramadan, Ramadan is start to aid them in their Ramadan or fasting process. And inshallah, during Eid al-Adha, we provide meat to the needy in society. And also, we also provide needy people in other communities, deprived communities, with water and other important social relief projects. For instance, there are communities in Ghana which depend on unhygienic and clean and very dirty water, which causes a lot of hazards to their health. We provide them with clean and potable water for them to use for their house chores like washing, cleaning, drinking, and using it to perform ablution. Inshallah, this year, Brother and Bomer, Allah bless you so much. You supported us to provide a water well project for a community which was solely dependent on dirty and unclean water. We provided a very potable and clean water as a sadaqah jariyah to your son, Benjamin Skobembe, and inshallah, may Allah have mercy on him. The community is using the water and are enjoying it, and are using it perfectly, and they are always making dua for the support and help. So basically, we help the less and the needy in society. We also help the deprived communities, inshallah. Basically, this is what we do. And inshallah, Allah said in the Holy Quran, كنتم خير الأمة تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر, that you are the best of mankind. You help people to do things and you forbid them against doing bad things. So this is where we got the inspiration from for us to help the less privileged society, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, brother. So, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. It's a great blessing, I assure you, for that water well that was built on behalf of my son. It's given me a lot of peace of mind, and I take I have comfort in knowing that the people that are using that well on a daily basis are able to benefit. So it's the blessings for my son as well involved. The blessings for you and everyone who worked on the well, and everyone involved with Change for Change Foundation, and as well as all of the people who donated after my son, after the accident occurred. Everyone is receiving blessing from that. So it's a great blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I thank you for heading that up. And the objective is to try to acquire more donations on behalf of the Change for Change Foundation, so that we can send the money over there. I know that it's difficult to raise funds in that location, and so we have a responsibility as Muslims here in the United States to try to help, and around the world for that matter, to try to help with our Muslim brothers and sisters in other countries, especially with organizations like Change for Change Foundation, where you're actually out in the community consistently and working with the children. And it makes me so happy to see that, following you on social media, and seeing all the work that you do with the children there, and trying to acquire educational materials and trying to redo the classrooms. And we take things for granted here in the United States, where people are going to school in comfort, and take so many things for granted. And we don't stop and consider that people are going to school trying to learn while sitting in the dirt. And Change for Change Foundation is trying to change that. So alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. So what projects do you have going on currently? You've been doing?
Yeah, currently what we are trying to do is the water project, because there are a lot and many communities which don't have clean and hygienic water. So that's the main project now, that we need sponsorship, so that we can also help a lot of needy and deprived communities for them to get access to clean water, inshallah. And also in terms of supporting the orphans, because there are a lot of orphans who need a lot of support, especially educational support. I mean, it's a very big challenge, but we are working on to get more sponsorship to help the needy, especially the orphans. Also call upon people, if you can adopt the orphans, to provide them monthly fees allowances, is also inshallah acceptable, inshallah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I'm going through some of the videos here that we've created in the past. And once again, for people who are listening or watching the videos, if you'd like to donate on behalf of the Change for Change Foundation, you can go to my website, kennybomer.com, and leave a donation there. You can leave a one-time donation, or if you'd like to make a monthly donation, inshallah, you can do that through the website. We'll also set up a GoFundMe page for the Change for Change Foundation, and you can we'll post the link to this video on this video, so you can go there, as well as to try to contact Brother Abu Bakr Siddiq Hussein directly on Facebook. And you can just look up Change for Change Foundation on Facebook, or look up Abu Bakr Siddiq Hussein. I'll try to post the link to that as well on this video. Contact him directly. Brother, let me ask you, what's the easiest way? I know we had a difficult time trying to get the money transferred. Initially, we had to transfer it from bank to bank account, and took a little bit of time.
Yeah,
but what's the easiest way for people to make donations
Yeah, I think that the easiest way is to send to the bank account. The organization has a bank account. I also have my personal bank account. So any of this method, inshallah, it will be accepted, inshallah. Okay. And also those who want to send to Western Union or MoneyGram, we can provide the name of the secretary of the organization, the secretary of Change for Change Foundation. She is Sister Niamatu Shaib. She's in charge of the money transfer to Western or MoneyGram. She's in charge of those that be sent to, so can provide a name, which is Niamatu Shaib. Those who want to provide to Western or money transfer, they can use the secretary of the organization. Those who want to send to the account, you can provide the account with the banking transaction, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah. So if you would, brother, send me the sister's information, if you don't mind, or if she doesn't mind, inshallah. That way we can post it on the link. And right now on the screen, it should be showing the phone number, I guess your phone number, and also the email for Change Foundation, and as well as the post office box in Accra North. And so people can send money directly there, or once again, go to kennybomer.com and make a donation there, and also go to the GoFundMe page. And once again, we're trying to establish the United States branch of the Change Foundation for the sole purpose of trying to raise money for the brother there in Ghana, so that they can do more work in the community and get these water wells built. The videos that we've posted before show the water that they are currently using in a lot of the villages there. That's just simply just dirty and filthy water. And even some of the wells, I know the brother, he sent me one video of an old well there that was, it wasn't in good shape at this point. So the objective is to get more of these water wells built and to help the children there with their education, as well as the other thing we didn't mention is feeding the homeless. And also, I don't remember if you mentioned it initially when you were talking. I didn't catch it because I was trying to work on this video, but also providing iftar for the month of Ramadan. So these are great causes, and the brother's doing a lot of work there on a consistent basis. And these water wells are extremely important. So I encourage everyone to give for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and for the day of judgment. It's our obligation as Muslims to give in charity. It's one of the five pillars of Islam, and to try to help one another and to spend in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah. And by doing so, we're helping others, and we're helping ourselves in the process. Alhamdulillah. So
inshallah. And also, my brother, inshallah, like those who have used clothing or used sandals for the children, so we can gather them. Then they can even send us the used clothing and the sandals. But our children in Ghana who go to school barefooted, that sandals, some also. Those who have used sandals, or if they are not using any longer, or use clothing and dresses and shirts and trousers, we can package everything and send it to us. There are needy ones in Africa who need them, that we can supply them with those dresses and sandals and other used clothing.
Okay, inshallah. So let me ask you, brother, in regards to the sandals, do the children there, would they prefer sandals or just any kind of shoes?
Can I get your question again?
I'm saying, as far as the sandals go, people donating sandals, do the children there, would they prefer to have sandals or just any type of shoes will do?
Yeah, they prefer sandals that they can use to wear to school. Because most of them go to school barefooted, especially when you go to the remote and the very deprived villages and communities. There are students who go to school without sandals. So we need sandals from the age of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8 years about. It's really commendable that you have sandals and clothing in that age category, at that younger age.
Okay. So let me ask you this while I'm thinking about it. How do the children eat there when they go to the school? Do they eat there at the school, or are their meals provided by the school, or how does that work?
Yes, some of the communities, the government subsidizes for them to have one meal a day in the school. But when you go to the deep villages where there are not any government subsidies, some of them go to school where they eat in the morning. They come back until they come back in the evening for them to take their dinner. They only have one lunch per day, which is very, very sad. You can see most of the children are suffering from malnutrition.
Yeah.
So most of them don't get adequate food to eat. Adequate food is a problem. At times they get the food, but the balanced diet is a problem because they keep on eating the same food all the time due to some economic and financial constraints and challenges.
Yes. So if I'm understanding correctly, sometimes the children, the eating one meal a day provided by the school, is that the situation, or so is that the situation? Sometimes these children are just eating once a day.
Yes,
Oh, alhamdulillah.
Even not all the schools. Those who are even privileged, they are those who have 1 meal per day provided by the state. But they don't go to the deep villages. Some go, without any meal from the school. So the method that the family can provide in their house, that's what they will take in the morning as a breakfast. So they return back to home to take their evening dinner. It means, getting a 3 meal per day is a problem.
Okay, I see. Yeah, alhamdulillah. So this is another reason for people to give and to donate for this cause, because we got to think about this fact that especially in the United States, where we waste so much food, restaurant after restaurant, throwing food away at the end of the day. And, we're just wasting so much food. And this is one of the things that we're going to be held accountable for on the Day of Judgment. As a matter of fact, my second book, I'm writing the second book right now, titled Everything is a Test. Truth is made clear from falsehood. And one of the things that I'm going to cover is hunger. Because Allah tells us in the Quran, be sure we'll test you with something of fear and hunger and the loss of lives and property, the fruits of your labor. But we give glad tidings to those who patiently persevere, who say when affected with calamity, wa inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Alhamdulillah. So one of the things we're going to be tested by is hunger. And this applies to people who are experiencing hunger, that are impoverished and don't have food, whether they're in the United States or in Ghana or in Syria or Pakistan or wherever they might be, people that are seriously going without food. And then we have other people that are having more than they need. And we're being tested by hunger. Some people are being tested by literally not having any food to eat. And other people who do have food to eat are being tested by the people who don't have food to eat, because it's our responsibility. If we have a knowledge that these people are doing without food, then it's our responsibility to step up to our responsibility as Muslims and give in zakat, give in sadaqah, and try to help people that are doing without. And of course, we have organizations that are doing these things, CARE and ISNA and ICNA, and Change for Change Foundation is a new organization that we're trying to establish for the same purpose. And these are Muslims trying to help anyone in humanity. They don't have to be just Muslims, non-Muslims alike, just people that are in need. And so this is more of a reason for us to give for the sake of Allah and for our status on the Day of Judgment. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask us 5 questions, He's going to ask us, what do we do with our life? He's going to ask us about our youth and how we utilize our youth. He's going to ask us about our wealth and how we acquired our wealth, and how do we spend out of our wealth. And that's not just finances, but everything that we have as blessings. And inevitably, He's going to ask us what we did with our knowledge. So if we have knowledge of all these previous questions, the 4 previous questions, the 5th question, the final question is the final, and the question that's going to remind us that we knew that Allah was going to ask us about our youth and how we acquired our wealth and what we did with our wealth, and what did we do with our lives as a whole, and what did we do with our knowledge. So we have the knowledge as Muslims that it's our responsibility, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, it's our responsibility to give to people for these causes, and we're going to be held accountable for it on the Day of Judgment. No question about it. So this is a means to increase our status on the Day of Judgment and to have perpetual blessings for anyone and everyone that we affect. And you consider, sometimes you give and you don't know exactly where your money goes. It goes to a organization, and then it's up to the people of the organization to utilize the money in different ways. And sometimes some of your money may be going towards purchasing Islamic materials, or just standard educational materials. Or maybe going to provide food for people, or to build these wells, or to establish these floors and these classrooms for these children to learn in. And so you could be receiving multiple blessings all at the same time, alhamdulillah. And that's the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that in an authentic hadith that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only sent 1% of His mercy to mankind, to the earth, and that He reserved the other 99% for the Day of Judgment. And these are signs that we can benefit from all the good that we try to do in this life by simply living up to our obligation and trying to help people any way that we possibly can, and to give for these causes. So brother, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your efforts and he increases you. Allah tells us in the Quran, if you're grateful, I surely will increase you. If you're grateful, we will increase you. Alhamdulillah. So I know that you're striving on a daily basis. That is jihad. Alhamdulillah, striving in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala against our own personal inclinations, and also striving to help the people that are oppressed and standing up against injustice and poverty and all the things that we should take serious as Muslims. And it's part of our obligation, but also it's a great opportunity. Alhamdulillah, it's an opportunity to receive multitude of blessings all for the Day of Judgment. So brother, I want to commend you. I truly love you deeply. I know we haven't met yet, but in person, but we've been communicating via social media for quite a while at this point, and inshallah I do hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses us with the opportunity to meet one another face to face, because when I see you post the photos of you with the children and helping out in the community, I know you're not doing it for to receive attention or for personal gain, by no means. I know you're doing it just to set an example. And Allah tells us in the Quran to strive with one another as if in a race, doing good righteous deeds. And so every time I see you post these things, it makes me want to strive even harder. So you're receiving blessings, alhamdulillah, for all the photos that you post, showing, helping these communities. As a matter of fact, recently I seen that you seen some brothers praying at one of the colleges, and you want Change for Change Foundation to come in to provide a canopy so that they're not praying directly in the sun. Alhamdulillah. And when I seen that, I was like, oh, this brother is something else. He's considering his Muslim brothers, and the fact that for every prayer that's said underneath that canopy, once Change Foundation can get that canopy built for these brothers, for every prayer that's built, you're going to receive blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that. And so, all the things everything that you're doing, striving in this cause, is a means to influence other people. It does influence me to try to do my part. That's why we're talking, right now today, and we've been talking about trying to get this thing going and trying to get these donations to come in so we can try to help people any way that we possibly can. And so, brother, I just I love you with all my heart, man, and I highly commend you, and I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, surely He's going to bless you on the Day of Judgment for everything that you're doing there in your Alhamdulillah. Ameen.
And I also pray for Allah to increase you in wisdom and understanding, and the other also increase you in knowledge and increase you in strength, inshallah, for the good work you are doing for humanity, for your support, for your inspiration, for your prayers, for Change for Change Foundation. Allah bless you so much.
Ameen. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that so much. So we'll go ahead and end the call, so we're not making the video too long. But I do thank everyone for listening. This is once again Kenny Bomer live on Consider This TV. The podcast will be airing on Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Once again on Consider This TV, where truth is made clear from falsehood. We're going to be talking about a variety of different issues, as well as it's always going to be sponsored by the Change for Change Foundation. And so you can donate to Consider This TV on behalf of the Change for Change Foundation. So we can try to help this brother in that community, also try to establish the United States branch of the Change for Change Foundation as well. So I thank you for listening, and I thank you, Brother Abu Bakr Siddiq Hussein, for coming on. And once again, you can donate by going to kennybomer.com, leaving a monthly donation or one-time donation. You can go to the GoFundMe page for Change Foundation, or you can contact Brother Abu Bakr Siddiq Hussein, and we're going to provide some links for this video, inshallah, and also for the sister that takes the donations, I guess. And so thank everyone for listening, and I would like to leave you by saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon everyone who's engaged in this. Alhamdulillah. And I do bear witness there's no God other than Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is His final servant and the seal of all prophets. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. So Brother Abu Bakr Siddiq Hussein, thank you once again, brother. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and your family.
Thank you. Jazakallah khairan, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.